What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks so much for being here, for being subscribed. If you're not, go ahead and hit that button. And if you're listening to this on YouTube, hit that like button. It's like walking into the room and hitting that light switch. We just want to go ahead and brighten up the place. So let's get into this conversation/reality chat. Okay, it's really funny, but it's definitely not a shocker. We all know who've been watching Love and Marriage Huntsville and The Real Housewives of Atlanta this season that this charade of a relationship between Sheree and Hotel, birth name Martell, better known as Ariane's baby wipe, was a fraud from the word go, from the first image that has been captured of these two jokers, these two clowns. And I call them this for several reasons that I'm not going to go into all of those reasons right now. But it's so funny to me that they could not fake this relationship being real until after the reunions for both of the shows that they're on would air. Because if you remember, it was a couple of episodes before the preseason finale of Love and Marriage Huntsville where Hotel was having a conversation with the two other losers on the show, Marceau and Maurice, about Sheree because he was asked about her. And he's trying to giggle and laugh like it's funny, but he was basically saying that she has been ignoring his text messages and phone calls, right? That was a couple of episodes before the preseason mid finale of that show, right? And then you circle back to where we are now on The Real Housewives of Atlanta, and on this most recent episode, at the beginning of the episode, it showed Sheree going to take her dog, which ironically is the same dog that when the picture was taken, which was all set up, I mean, when does paparazzi hang around in Atlanta? They don't. So it was a set up photo op that pictures were taken of him and her together with her dog, walking her dog, and she's like leaning into him as if she's just so interested and so smitten by him. And it just looked fake immediately. And so many people like myself just did not believe it. So this most recent episode, it showed her taking the dog to bathe the dog herself at a pet washing place, a pet washing center. And then she's on the phone with him, and he's saying that he's getting ready to be, I don't know, at her home or wherever, meeting her up in the next few minutes, that he had just landed. I don't even know why he needs to fly to Atlanta from Huntsville. I guess it's only a few hours drive. I don't really know. But anyway, I believe it was either before that scene or after that scene. Kandi, Kenya, and Shamia were having lunch at Kenya's house, and somehow they got on the topic of Sheree. Shamia actually asked the two of them, "So, are you two good with Sheree?" And then she asked, "Is she still seeing Martell?" I'm going to try to play this little clip because I was trying to get to that scene on the Peacock app, and you know how Peacock is. They have commercials and you can't fast forward through the commercials. And for whatever reason, I know what I saw when I was watching it last night, but it doesn't seem like on the app, at least the episode I thought that it was on, it just wasn't coming up in the order, because I know that it was pretty early on when I saw that scene last night, and I literally laughed my literal ass off because of what was said, which was not shocking about Martell. So I'm going to try to play this clip actually from the Bravo Shade Room.
I am thinking about having another baby. If I had a surrogate, would I feel jealous?
Well, y'all are good with Sheree right now.
Yeah.
Is she still dating Martell?
He didn't pay for her birthday dinner. Then he asked him to cash up.
Okay, did you hear that? Now, that was a little clip from that episode that was on the Bravo Shade Room. But listen, when I know Kandi's laugh was just as real as mine when she said that, because they're just like, this ass clown is just a joke. And the fact that she has the nerve to bring this douchebag to us to present him as if he is someone to be worthy of being in a relationship with, let alone you being a woman of a certain age, having adult children. One of them, I believe, maybe, I don't know, maybe 8 or 10 years younger than Hotel, is just absolutely ridiculous. Because if you just want to screw around with the clown, then screw around with him. I don't know why you would risk your sexual health, if you will, with someone like that. But if that's what you choose to do, then girl, go ahead and do you. But to present him as if this is someone worthy of being in a relationship with anyone is just absolutely ridiculous. And then you want to try to come at Kenya when Kenya talked about how he was in her DMs. You know, so that's why I feel Kenya got really great pleasure out of dishing the dirt on how he didn't pay for her birthday dinner. And Kenya mentioned that he asked Sheree to cash app him. Like, who does that? But in the scene when Sheree went to the dog washing place, the pet washing place, she was asked on the confessionals about him and what did he get her for her birthday. And she was talking about how he got her a handbag. And then she's saying how he doesn't really get like extremely like the top of the line labels. And I'm saying, well, how do you expect him to do that unless he's buying it off of a booster? Because he does not have the money to do that. Now, most of us believe, this is my personal opinion, just being beautifully honest. Most of us believe that Sheree was able to get that chateau completed and finish that unfinished basement that Kenya called it when they went to the grand opening, because she was doing it like it was a freaking business. But anyway, the grand opening of the chateau, we believe that she got the money from Tyrone, who was serving time in prison for committing a white-collar financial crime. Most of us believe that. I don't have the proof, but most of us really do wonder, where is she getting the money? Like, where are you getting the money to really live that way? Because that chateau is absolutely amazing. It really is. But Kenya, who has been on The Housewives consistently since she's been on, except for one season, but also prior to that, whether you want to call her C-list, D-list, or even Z-list actress, she definitely has done work in Hollywood. So she's got credits and she has worked. So she is not broke. You've never heard about Kenya being broke. You've heard of Sheree being broke. Kenya bought a foreclosed property that needed to be done and finished, and she did it well. I believe that was a smart investment that she made. As far as Sheree goes, people wonder, where do you really get the money? So for her to talk about he doesn't really splurge on really high end, he doesn't have the money to do that, and most of us don't believe that she really does. But that was absolutely hilarious to hear them talking about him not paying for her birthday dinner, and he turned around and said, hey babe, can you cash at me a few bucks? I'll give it back to you next week. I'm good for it, I promise. I just couldn't do anything but literally laugh out loud. So I mean, when she talks about dating this loser that's broke as a joke, listen, nobody feels sorry for you. We definitely don't, because this is the loser that you chose. He doesn't have it like that. So him showing up to her chateau on the first episode of the season with his suit on, just coming from the upscale magazine cover photo shoot, it was fraudulent. He doesn't deserve to be on the cover of anyone's upscale magazine when he couldn't even pay for his supposed girlfriend's birthday dinner and turning around and asking her to cash app him. What losers do you know are on the cover of any magazines that are asking someone to send them money via Cash App? Not saying, hey, what's your Cash App so that I can send you some money real quick. No, hey, I'm going to send you my Cash App handle. Do you mind sliding over a few dollars this way?
I am thinking about having another baby. If I had a surrogate, would I feel jealous?
Y'all are good with Sheree right now.
Yeah,
Is she still dating Martell?
He didn't pay for her birthday dinner. Then he asked him to cash up.
So, yeah, that part. So, yeah, the loser that was on the cover of Upscale magazine was not having enough cash to pay for his supposed girlfriend's birthday dinner and turning around and saying, hey, can you loan me a few dollars via Cash App? Or can you send it via Venmo? Whichever app works for you, I am ready and willing to receive. And see, that's the problem with this ass clown. All he wants to do is receive. He wants to receive money. He wants to receive credit that he doesn't deserve. He wants to receive coochie and ass that he isn't married to, and he wants to have his cake and eat it too. He is a loser. All he does is wants to receive and give dick, but not give work, not give talent, not give effort, not give the responsibility of being a great father and a husband. He is extremely selfish. So Charade, this is the clown that you chose to be with. But yeah, I mean, they couldn't fake it until the reunion. They couldn't fake it until the reunion made it. You know what I mean? It was just too hard, I believe, for her to try to fake that relationship until after the season is over, season wrapped up, and the reunion had aired. She couldn't even do it until then. So that's why on that episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville, when the other loser guys asked him about Sheree, and then he tried to giggle it off and say, well, yeah, she hadn't responded to my text messages, and he's laughing like it's funny. He knows that he has egg all over his face, and Marceau, as ugly as he is, he made an even uglier facial expression at him, trying to figure it out, like saying that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, it makes all the sense in the world because it was never a real relationship. So I know Marceau, he feels as stupid as he looks because he was one of the main ones trying to make this alleged relationship between Sheree and Hotel seem like something that Melody was jealous of and that he leveled up. He didn't level up. There's nothing level up about Sheree. Absolutely nothing. The only thing that's leveled up is her age, meaning she's gotten older. And I'm not knocking age, but I'm saying that's the only thing that has increased with Sheree. The wisdom has not increased. The sensibility has not increased. I mean, the only thing that's increased on Sheree is her age and the alleged BBL that she got. And she definitely did admit to getting her boobs done. So, yeah. But anyway, guys, you let me know your thoughts about all of this in the comment section. Thank you so much for being here, for liking and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until the next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.